My passion lies in the athlete as a whole. My biggest kind of slogan for Keystone is called for the everyday athlete, and someone who wants to do that active hobby in the highest performance or with their most potential. It's going to take those three things. It's going to take a proper nutrition plan. It's going to take proper training. It's going to take proper supplementation to do all those things to have your peak performance. You can have two of those, but if you don't have the other, then you're not going to be at your best. A company that can kind of embody all of those is what eventually I try to do. My idea for the company was first and foremost, I want to be as transparent as possible, very research-based, be able to back up anything I say. One of the biggest things that I feel that I'm gonna try to do with Keystone is to break down harder, complex health topics for the everyday athlete, the everyday person. My idea was this company is very minimalist, very simplistic, so I wanted a logo that represented that.
We did a lot of work and took a lot of photos and created a lot of things, but we're gonna have to go back through all that content and actually look at what we're able to use since the bottle has changed, and then we will have to create new content again once the new bottle has arrived.
There's two things. I really enjoyed doing the photo shoot. It's always very fun to be on one side of the camera, but also being part of the trial period where once the product was actually made and before it was put in actual bottles to be shipped, I was able to help out with the trial period of testing the product, taking it every day and seeing how it helped my cognition and my focus. And it was a very positive experience, so that's why I really believe in the company.
Well, I always knew that I wanted to be something, wanted to do something within health and fitness. So I've grown up in this industry. I think originally it was more clinical. My parents were kind of pushing me to kind of go a more medical doctor route or something like that. But dietitians didn't get that much respect within the clinical setting. So it just didn't really appeal to me to be in a hospital for 8 hours where you're not getting respect. You're not getting necessarily the pay you deserve for the amount of schooling you have to do. And also the autonomy of it. I want to be able to have the freedom, running my own company. And it was almost confusing because I didn't know where I wanted to be because I majored in nutrition. But I would have internships at exercise science-based places because I do have a passion for personal training and the strength and conditioning aspect of the athlete's career. I kind of just had an epiphany one day that there isn't really a company that embodies all three of them cohesively. There's some that might have two but not the third. So I thought that because I'm interested in all three and kind of have my hands and feet in all three of those, that I could try to make that happen. I don't think it would be possible without both because my mom's more of the passion and my dad's more of the realistic aspect of it, how we actually going to make this idea happen. So yeah, it was definitely both of them, which I'm very grateful. My mom's very happy because the namesake is from her and her side of the family, because her great-grandpa started Keystone Automotive, which is an automotive part company, and then she used Keystone to start her fitness club, and then so it's kind of been a namesake. So she's very excited that I'm bringing it back in the health and wellness field.
I'm super proud and interested in the work that he's doing and his passion for it. So that got me really excited initially. And then just being able to help him where he needs help is really why I did it.
If they keep going full steam ahead, I don't see a ceiling for them, truly. I see them not necessarily taking over the whole entire field, but definitely making a name for themselves in it.
So what's really interesting about Keystone is that it's going to be operating in a quote-unquote blue ocean, and I think it gives him a huge advantage, and it was a very smart strategic play for him to enter the supplement industry in this area where he has very little competition, and I think it will help him succeed for sure.
There's definitely a long-term vision for sure, and I'm just starting at a very small place, but so I'm really trying to make this the thing I do, so we'll see what happens.